Oh, I didn't see y'all there. How you doing? This is King of All Bears, and welcome to Just As Bear Podcast. Now, I know I told you that tonight's episode will be about the 10 dating commandments, but I'm going to start it with this instead. Why is the world so biased? Men and women.
I don't think I'm biased. I don't know what Mary was talking about behind the scenes. I'm not fucking biased, Mary.
You men are biased. Y'all always want to blame women for everything. Adam and Eve. Who told y'all this? Who? How do you know that this is for real? Like, I'm so sick of everybody talking about men and women. Y'all always talking about y'all want to be like us. Y'all already dress like us. Y'all already act like us.
Lord.
I need everybody to stick to your gender role, please.
Vice versa. That's a vice versa situation. Since we need to, I mean, it's true. Like, too many people are trying to be who they're not.
Exactly.
I mean, people want to go back to the old ways of relationships where, you know, men wore the pants in the house, but, you know, you got females out there that want to wear the pants too. Am I supposed to be biased on that?
I mean, you have males who want to wear dresses. So am I supposed to be biased on that? It's the same thing. You have
your own opinion on that because I don't wear dresses.
Okay,
nor do
but
I wear
it's the
kilts.
same. But it's the same thing. So the issue lies where?
You know what? I really don't know, because I feel like it's all of this bias and all this other stuff with men wanting to be women and women wanting to be men. I feel like it's a generational thing. It started somewhere. Where it started, we don't know. But
and I think,
go ahead.
In order to figure it out, we would have to retrace, the steps.
I feel you. And it's like, who told us to be this way? Who told us that this was supposed to go this way? The world's supposed to be like this. Men are supposed to have this role. Women are supposed to have that role.
So
who started it?
Let me ask y'all something. When you hear people say, like on certain interviews, people ask them, especially the LGBT community, they ask those people, they say, well, when did you first know that you felt like you wanted to be a woman but you're a man? And they say, oh, I knew since I was a young kid. What do you say to those explanations? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know the regular trauma story.
I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't even know what I liked. I didn't even like vegetables. So how do you know what you like when you're a young kid?
Right.
Your parents is still installing, behaviors in you. So I feel like it's still what you're around, what you're exposed to.
Now that's true. Like, I'll say this. So this is a big thing here. When a little male child is little, and he runs and puts on his mother's heels and her wig, and he comes in the room, and instead of telling him to take it off, females laugh and be like, "Oh, that's so cute." Listen, that sometimes right there, I heard somebody was in my broadcast the other night, and he said that when he was little, and he's gay, he said when he was little, he used to like to put on his mother's wigs and her high heels when he was 5-6 years old. And they thought it was funny and it was cute. And there was other things that contributed to him being gay.
And he took that.
And he took it and ran with it.
Wow.
So it does start in the home. That starts in the home, definitely. And even the bias, being biased, like we saying, this whole bias situation, that starts in the home. It's what you see every day.
Yeah, the blame game, like this gender blame game, like that's what I am sick of.
Yeah, I mean,
women do this. Well, men do this. That everyone should be held accountable.
You're right.
It's not just the females lie more than men or men lie more than females. Like, how do you know? You've been with every female? You've been with every male?
Oh, guys are the biggest cheaters. How do you know that?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's why you guys, I brought up bias, because I just always hear that, and it bothers me.
I'll definitely agree with the women on this. Like, if a man sleeps with a bunch of women, he's looked at as a trophy, and he's the greatest man alive. But if a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, she a hoe. That's bias.
Yeah, it is.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with being a hoe.
But I mean, they look down upon it. They frown upon women for that. I mean, look at the situation with T.I. He trying to make sure nobody ever sleep with his daughter don't have sex with nobody. But his male child, he ain't doing nothing with him like that. He don't take him to the doctor. At least we don't know. We don't know if he takes his son to the doctor to get checked for STDs and all that. But we know he take his daughter to the OBGYN to make sure her hymen is intact. Even though, according to some women, that's not true. Like, I mean, you can break a hymen anyway, any type of different ways, like riding a horse, riding a bike. And I mean, but still, I mean, that's another situation. Or a woman can't be an executive. The man has to be the executive, because the man can handle more harsher things than a woman could, because they're too emotional. That's messed up. Because there's some women out here who own businesses and they're doing quite well. Or the fact that people would be scared to have a woman as a president because they try to say when they get on their period, they might just blow something up. That's being biased. But, you know, that's that. I mean, we live in a world that's biased. There's not much we could do about that. We can't change it. I mean, we can change it, but it has to start at home. Now, we're going to have a quick commercial break. After that, then I'll jump right into the 10 dating commandments. Thank you.
What's poppin'? It's your girl Bestie, and you guys are tuned in to Just Ask Bear. What's up, guys? It's your girl Bestie, and you are now tuned in to Red Late Night Talk Show.
Thank you for tuning in to Just Ask Bear podcast. It was brought to you by DJ Joe Brown Productions. And listen, man, oh man, it's getting hot in here with these crazy conversations, and I'm just sitting engineering this thing like, goddamn. Mary calling us biased. You know what I'm saying? We talking about genders. I mean, it's too much for my soul tonight. Welcome to Just Ask Bear podcast. You guys, we are definitely growing. And when I mean growing, I mean you can find Just Ask Bear podcast anywhere. And I mean anywhere. It's on YouTube. His last episode, okay, where we're talking about do women give the wrong signals? It's on YouTube right now. Just type in DJ Joe Brown Productions, okay, and you'll see Just Ask Bear podcast episode 11. Do women give the wrong signals? Okay, November 16th. Okay, but tonight we're on a whole nother new chapter, and I'm gonna let Bear tell you about what this current episode is all about. Episode 12. Take it away, Bear. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Tonight's episode is definitely on the 10 dating commandments. Do we live by them? Do we actually abide by them? Anyway, first commandment. Codes are necessary.
What?
Codes are necessary is the first commandment.
Clothes are necessary.
Now, I don't mind calling, you know what I mean? I can talk to people on the phone for hours sometimes if the conversation's interesting enough. But some people don't like to be on the phone that much. Like some females, they rather text. And I don't know, man. I mean, I think it should be call or texting is necessary. Not just calls, because sometimes doing all that calling shit could just be annoying. Like, yo, stop ringing my line. Like, I just spoke to you. Now, if you texting me, I don't mind the texting. But the calling, like, I could call you in the morning. I can call you after you get off from work and before you go to sleep, if we're not in the same house. But yeah, that's how I feel about calls are necessary. All right, number 2, dates are a requirement. Duh. If it's the 10 dating commandments, why wouldn't be dates a requirement? Or maybe it's because sometimes people get complacent in a relationship they're in and they just stop going out. What if, okay, so I see someone say, what if the relationship is long distance? I mean, find free time.
Hell no.
You can find free time. You're not busy every second of the day. I'm sorry, that's impossible. You do have free time. Shit, if you got to go to the bathroom and make the call, go to the bathroom and make the call.
People make time for what they want to make time for.
Yeah. And with the dates, or do you mean long distance relationship with the dates being a requirement? Because if that's what you mean, then
No, I was talking about phone calls, like for the long distance, because you said like 3 times in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. But if you're in a long distance relationship, I don't think that should apply. Now, does it?
I mean, if you're in a long distance relationship, I mean, you gotta make time. I guess it depends. Like I said, not all people like to talk on the phone. Some people don't. I know it's times where I get calls from people and I don't want to be talking to them at the moment. Even dating, like, yeah, sometimes I don't want to speak to that person. But if you're in a long distance relationship, I mean, yeah, I guess calls are definitely actually necessary when you're in a long distance relationship. Because at any time, a guy could be thinking, oh, she might be cheating on me. Like, every guys think like that. That shorty could be cheating, or the female could think he cheating because he ain't calling. So I guess calls are necessary with that. Now, the second one, dates are a requirement. Like I said, like, you know, dates are a requirement. You don't want to get too eased into your relationship and just stop going out. That's how you keep the spunk in the relationship when you go on dates. and y'all go out. I love to show up the woman I'm with. I like this. I'll take her out all the time. So then there's 3. Now this is a female saying. This is a female saying this one. He calls at He calls at least 3 days in advance to meet. What? I don't get that. He calls at least 3 days in advance to meet. Now I have a question. This question is for the ladies. Would you be mad if your man called you that day and was like, "Hey, let's go out"? Would you get mad?
Why would I be mad at that?
Like, is that a requirement that he has to call?
No, I wouldn't be mad.
See, that's why I feel like it's weird. Like, yeah, shoot, what I got to call for if I'm trying to take you out? I'm taking you out.
You're taking me out, right? I don't understand that one. That's kind of weird.
I can understand where that person is coming from. Say if the female has a very busy schedule and it's to her schedule to the T, and you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna make this plan, days in advance. I'm just letting you know we're gonna go out. So he gives that female the opportunity to set up arrangements for them to go out. I understand that because there are situations like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now check this one out. For you people who like to eat or go to fancy places, the date is within his budget, but not cheap. Now, that's common sense. You should never really try to live out of your means or try to do something extremely extravagant, especially if you can't afford to pay for it. Because I know I've probably done stuff like that was just like OD. And when I looked at the funds the next week, I was like, golly, son, I think I might have been a little too much. But she was happy, so I was happy. Next one, number 5. He takes her out on a date at a location which is convenient for her. I don't know. Like, is it convenient because it's a public place?
What's wrong with being convenient, though?
But it's convenient for her. Like what is convenient? Like, what do they mean by he takes her out on a date at a location which is convenient to her? Close by the house, just in case the baby crying?
Wait,
couldn't get a babysitter? I don't know.
I mean, it depends on what type of date. Yeah, it depends on what type of date is it. Are y'all both driving?
It could be a lunch date.
Are y'all using 2 different cars? Are y'all in the same car? It can go both ways. So that's just a general statement. That can go anywhere.
Okay. All right. This next one says, he initiates 80% of contact and she initiates 20% of the time. So that goes to courting, like when you're courting someone. So 80% of that is the man, and then the female with the response is the other 20%.
I don't know about that. That 80%.
I don't know about that too. I feel like anybody should be able to initiate conversation or a relationship or anything. Like, I feel like anybody should be able to do that. It doesn't always have to be the man who initiates that.
I agree.
And then you got the women that be too obsessive with it, like a nympho. I dated a nympho before, and that ain't nothing nice.
She drained you?
What? That little heifer. Oh my gosh! And she was a cokehead too.
Oh gosh! So why would you be dating a cokehead?
Because back then I was doing
Joe.
coke too.
Oh man, Joe used to do cocaine. I hear that. Whew. I'm glad you over that.
I'm delivered.
Delivered. I'm glad. Lord have mercy. Never tried it. Never will. for podcast purposes. No, really, I've never tried it. Tried other things, but not that. He pays for the first date. Not all guys are the same.
Huh? If he initiated the date, the first date, if he asked her to go on the first date, absolutely.
I think he should. Yeah.
Yes.
And
vice versa, then I mean it's 2019. Come on now. If I ask you out on a date, that means I'm gonna pay for it. Now it's up to you if you want to stop me or not, but I'm going to pay for it.
So is that a sign?
No, it's not. Because some gentlemen,
she missed that.
No, some gentlemen won't allow that. Like, even if you offer to pay late, some guys like, no, you know what? No, you don't have to pay. I got it.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, go ahead and pay for it. Hell, you got it.
I feel like the male, well, me, if I'm dating somebody, I'm gonna pay for like the first 5 dates that we go to, you know. And then once we become like something serious, then I mean, shit, you ain't gotta pay, but like you better say
It'd
something.
Be nice. You better say something. It would be nice. That's funny because like number 7, I would say number 7 and number 4 go together then, because he pays for the first date, and number 4 was the date is within his budget but not cheap. I mean, on the first date, sometimes you really get to know who a person really is on the first date. I feel like you can tell a person by what they order. I'm just saying.
Huh? What?
You don't get that?
The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. All right.
I'm telling you, you could sometimes you could tell a person by what they order to eat, or how they order their drink, too.
So if I order sex on the beach, what is that saying to me? Like, what is that saying to you about me?
Sex in the beach. I don't drink that. I've never drank that, I don't think. But it sounds
I would think
like
you're a business lady that has a lot of stress on her. And she's looking for a good time for the night.
Oh, I want to date vocals. I ain't.
Don't be giving vocals mixed signals. There you go.
That's one of them. Hello. It's one of the mixed signals that we was talking about in the last episode. Right there.
Yeah, that's definitely one. Okay. Number 8. He asks questions about her life rather than asking for pics.
Yeah, I think that when you're talking to somebody, I feel like it's important to get to know somebody, their life, especially if you're texting me one-on-one. I think me asking for pics is a little perversion, because I want the real deal. So forget your picture. If I want to see you that bad, you know what I'm saying, we can go on FaceTime or we can go on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm into a person a lot, I'm going to FaceTime them, call them, and then I'm trying to pull up. You know what I'm saying? So in a conversation, when I'm having a conversation with them and we're texting, I'm at work, right? I'm going throughout my day. I love texting when I'm going throughout my day, because that gives me a chance to ask you the questions that I may not feel asking over the phone right then and there if I'm just getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? So I put it in a nice text conversational format. And if we in the texting mood, you know what I'm saying, you can pretty much tell when a person is in the texting mood because they're not short answering you. You know what I'm saying? They're sending you back full length sentences. So that right there is the perfect time for you to send those intimate questions. And then, because I guarantee you, that girl is going to look, or that girl or guy is going to look back on that text message history conversation, and they're going to ponder on that. And they could be like, well, damn, ain't nobody really asked me about that. You get what I'm saying? So, yes.
Let's talk about it. Texting, like, I mean, in a relationship, is one word answers wrong in a relationship when you texting?
It depends on, like, if you know what they got going on. Like, if you know I'm at work and I'm busy, then okay, one word. But if I know you home and you watching Netflix,
Power.
Orange is the New Black, Power, whatever, I don't know. Don't you sit there and put me off just because your show Power is on. If that's the case, let's set up a date, to where we both watch Power together. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That one word text is a whole complete turn off to me. Like Joe said, if you at work or you're busy, okay, I understand. But if that's just your norm, baby boy, we cannot rock. Oh no, it's something about that irritates my soul.
Yeah, I hate one word texting. Even with regular people, friends, all that. I don't even like when my mama be telling my okay. What?
Yo, y'all just made me think, yo. I've been doing that to people lately, one word text.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I don't have nothing to say, though.
But it makes the other person feel like you just don't want to talk to them. Like, you're not even
or I'm bothering
to get
you.
a conversation. Exactly.
I'm not. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just I don't have nothing to say. Like, until you say something that's going to spark my intelligence, I'm really going to give you a one-word answer. Like, shoot.
And that's why folks never get text back. Like, once you hit with the one word, all right, I know not to text you no more, lady.
I'm about to text Queen Nisha one word.
You text me anyway, so we good.
See? And that's another... Oh, never mind. Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, because Queen always talking about, oh, you don't have my number.
DJ, you should be the last one talking. Oh, no, let's not go there.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. DJ's phone be on a D. He stay having his phone on Do Not Disturb.
Because
I feel like that's 90% of the day his phone be on Do Not Disturb.
It's on Do Not Disturb right now. Shoot, I just sent 5 people for the voicemails right now. I be having so much to do.
Yes. I'm glad you've given us 100% of your undivided attention right now.
Thank you.
All right. Next one. Number 9. She deletes any man who is not ready to date exclusively or give titles. Are titles necessary?
No.
No, but it takes a real mature person to learn that.
To understand that, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to get that, because I used to think I needed a title to be validated. Now, it's just like, whatever this is, I like it. Like, I don't know what it is, but let's just keep this flow going on.
It seems like that's the thrill, too.
It is. It definitely is. But the question is that right? That's the real question.
I don't know. Like, I know when me and my ex was dating, I remember I got drunk one day when we was out. And I mean, I know we've been together for so long, and I could have sworn we were in a relationship. And I told her, I said, I was so drunk, I said, you my girl now. And that sparked our relationship. Like, that we were together. From what she said, like, you asked me, this day to be your girl. Like, I was like, what? I thought we was already together this whole time.
Which brings me to a question. Should that be asked? Like, should you ask a person to be your significant other or your boyfriend or your girlfriend? Or you just assume after a certain amount of time. Like, listen, we've been rocking this hard. You mine. So like, this is just what it is.
I feel like it should be a conversation had. What are we? So we know. Because if you don't have the conversation and you're unsure on what your relationship is, sometimes people might date other people in the meantime because they don't know if y'all are really together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. My preference, you have to ask me. You can't go assuming. And that's the same thing. Like, I'll be like, okay, what are we? Are we like boyfriends or girlfriends? Like, are we dating? Because that's how you can really tell a person is into it. Because once that person say, well, I don't know, it's just like, that's a whole slap in the face to me.
So are we going with no title relationships all 2020?
I think I am.
No titles until it's official. Like,
especially with.
It sounds so wrong though.
I know,
that
right?
Sounds so bad.
Queen, get out my head, Queen Nisha. Get out my head, yo.
It sounds so horrible. Like, speaking it out loud, it just sounds so horrible. But we all do it, so I guess so. I guess people get on the way.
I really like the situation that I'm in right now. It is so awkward, yo. But I am like a little kid, like in a candy store when I'm talking to this girl. And it's like we have so much to talk about to where I don't have time to ask her, are we together? And I don't want to be together right now because she just got out of a situation. I just got out of a situation. We're both weeks fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of still want us to chill, talk, cake, and that be it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Until it's time.
Makes sense. Now, do you see yourself making this a real relationship?
I've always been in love with this girl.
Has she always been in love with you?
No.
Well, so you don't get no mixed signals.
I pulled myself out of the friendship / brother zone. And she was shocked.
I'm glad you made it out.
She was actually mad that, you know, I steered her to you know who. You know who?
No, I don't know who, but
truck
it's okay.
driver.
Oh.
Hold on, let me type it in the comments.
I don't know who. This sounds crazy. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's her, cool. The one I took a picture with. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He cool though.
Yeah.
Okay. So we doing no title relationships all 2020 until otherwise.
Until she get down on one knee and propose to me, God damn it.
What?
They did more than talking. Shut up, Joe Brown.
All right, Joe. All right.
I'll tell you that off the air. I'll tell you that off the air vocals.
Yes, off the air. All right, last one. She is respectful and she appreciates his effort.
I will hope a woman appreciates my effort in trying to, you know what I'm saying, go out my way.
Yeah, I would hope so too. And instead of bashing you behind your back, you know.
Oh.
To her friends.
Why do they do that? That's so aggravating.
Like, if it's something you don't like, just say it. And like vice versa. Like, if it's something wrong, say something. Don't just let maybe it'll change or this one time. Nah, say something. Like, what? Like, oh, he took me here and it's okay. Like, it's whatever. Nah. If he took out the time to take you somewhere and it was within his budget and his means, then appreciate that. He put forth effort. Shoot, I wanted to go camping with the shorty I was with, and I couldn't go because time and didn't have it at the moment. You know what she did? She pitched a tent in my other bedroom.
What?
Yes. Put down sleeping bags on the floor and like put the TV screen up on the wall so we could watch movies and eat s'mores and stuff. Yo, it was so cool. And this is as a grown man. Like, she did this like I'm grown and I'm doing they call it fat fucks. No, not fat. I mean, it was cool. I wanted to go camping. I couldn't go, so she pitched the tent in the bedroom. I mean, like, had the bedroom looking like we was in the forest, okay?
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, it was dope. It was definitely dope. But yeah, so that was the 10 dating commandments. If you didn't hear them, I'm going to read them off again. And that's it. So let's see. Calls are necessary is number 1. Number 2, dates are a requirement. Number 3, he calls at least 3 days in advance to meet. Number 4, the date is within his budget but not cheap. Number 5, he takes her out on a date at a location which is convenient to her. Number 6, he initiates 80% of contact and she initiates 20% of the time. Number 7, he pays for the first date. Number 8, he asks questions about her life rather than asking for pictures. Number 9, she deletes any man who is not ready to date exclusively or give titles. Number 10, she is respectful and appreciates his effort. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the Just Ask Bear podcast and for listening in. I'm King of all bears, and I'm signing off.
You make me feel like Tyson Jordan. You make me feel like Tyson Jordan.
Rock me, baby.
Tell me that I'm already on tonight. Tell me that you want it on the floor tonight. You know that I'm gonna give you more tonight. I'ma make it pour.